All right, I think we're live. Hopefully I am not choppy. I feel choppy. We're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Yeah. Hello everyone. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done one of these and I missed them. I missed doing these types of live events. Um I I am feeling a little anxious about the choppiness on at least on my side. It looks choppy. I don't know if it looks choppy for y'all. That may or may not be distracting. Let's just pop open YouTube and see what we can see. Because if it's not choppy on YouTube, oh, it says this content isn't available. Weird. Uh-oh. That might not be a good thing. Oh, okay. Oh, no, no, no. We're good. We're good. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay. It just looks a little choppy on my side, but it sounds like it's okay. Cool. All right. Well, hello. Welcome. My name is Asia Arangio. I'm the CEO and founder of Demand Maven. I run a consulting firm that helps SaaS companies and startups troubleshoot their growth challenges, whether they are known or unknown. So, for example, imagine you have tried throwing everything against the wall and you cannot figure out how to grow more than 5% year over year, 20%, 50%, whatever it is. And you have tried everything. You've tried raising prices, you've tried all kinds of like marketing activities. You can't figure it out. And it could be a number of things. um, we are the provider that comes in and really isolates what are the root causes of the slow growth, and we work with you on creating projects to tackle those exact things. There are a number of challenges that we can help address in not just acquisition, but also activation challenges, retention, pricing, and so far, and so forth. We also help early stage companies with go to market strategy, and that's something I talk a little less about. But most of our clients usually they're suffering from slow growth and they really want to figure it out. Today, I am going to be trying a product. So I run this series, I would say, for a few weeks at a time. But basically, I come across a lot of different SaaS products, and a lot of these are really cool. And I just want to show you what I'm seeing, but then also talk through what I think is working, what I think is successful, and then also what I think could be improved or could be worth experimenting with. Because at the end of the day, like we don't have the data on these companies, we have no idea like what performance looks like for them. We also don't really know all the details about what makes someone like qualified versus not, like who is a good user or a good customer at the end of the day. But we can make some guesses based on their website, based on just like who it seems like they're selling to, and then also, there are a number of other things too that we can leverage to like make a form a few hypotheses to test. Um, and with that said, that brings me to the company that I'm looking at today. So I'm going to share my screen here, but I've got this company called Mangomint, and we came across them. I want to say Kim on the team came across them uh, through, I think it was the Growth Unhinged podcast. Anyway, the Mangomint team talked about their growth and how they scaled to 25 million in ARR and how it is largely inbound. Like almost all of it is inbound. They've tried outbound. They don't really have like a full blown outbound team. And I think this one is particularly interesting to me personally because of my CMO work that I do for Offering Tree. Offering Tree is in a similar industry, not exactly like Mango Mint. As I share my screen here in a second, you're going to see that they are more like on the salon and spa side. We are more like on the wellness, yoga, Pilates, bar, fitness side. So some overlap. I think we have some spa, but really not like a ton. And then like salon and beauty in general, like that is like a total different ball game. We find very similar though in terms of like application and like certain product concepts are very similar. Like from like an industry perspective. So that's why I'm really interested in this. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna share screen, stop talking about it, and actually show you. Uh, so I just want to give you the tab, mostly because fun fact, I am captain of a tennis team, and I'm getting a lot of text messages right now. We're trying to find like a new time to play this week, and I'm a little nervous that we're not gonna be able to find a time. Okay, so let me change my layout here. Um, so I want to be, yeah, there we go. So you can at least like still see me. I mean, not that like I'm that important, but it just helps. Um, okay, cool. So anyway, so I have like a lot of text messages flying around, so I don't want to subject y'all to the craziness that is rescheduling a makeup match that we missed because of the weather. Which, by the way, hope everyone is safe. Hope everyone, had a snow in. I know some folks got a lot of snow. We mostly just got rain, but the North Georgia got snow, and yeah. So I hope everyone was safe, has power, all the things. Um, but all that to say, it's been chaos when it comes to sports teams trying to find like a makeup date. All right. Well, anyway, that brings us back to Mangomint. A little bit of a tangent there. So let me just close this out here. Okay. So first and foremost, I just want to say I love y'all know I'm a sucker for brand. I'm a sucker for brand. Like when a site slash brand has a good brand and they are displaying it and showing it, I am a huge fan. This feels like a very clean website. Funnily enough, the gradients here, it kind of reminds me of when Stripe, I'm pretty sure it was Stripe, when they started to explore these like very soft gradients as ways to create visual interest. It also reminds me, and now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of looks like the logo actually just like super blurred out. It also reminds me of the sports brand On. On has this like gradient style that they use in a lot of their like apparel. Anyway, all that to say, the color palette here, the color scheme, the typography, it feels very clean, it feels very modern, it feels very fresh. Um, Traditionally speaking, like when we think about salon, spa, and also wellness, typically we are looking at a lot of like we're primarily selling to women. So I like that this feels feminine, but not in a way that's like a very contrived femininity. Like it's not just like a hot pink or soft pink everywhere. It's giving us a little bit more complexity than that, which I really appreciate. I like when brands that want to appeal to the feminine don't look so obviously feminine, but as I'm describing it, you're probably like, "Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point." Like these are more like kind of like feminine colors. However, they're not it's not overtly in a way that is contrived or cliche. It feels like it fits. Point blank period. Anyway, okay. So all that to say, so already a huge fan, and I just did like a quick scroll through. Already a big fan. This is a really popular element that I've been seeing on a lot of sites lately, and I've actually been in the process of reviewing websites. Um, my scroll here is a little slow, and I've been noticing a lot of um, particularly when a product positions as like all in one, or like this is the full platform that you're going to need and here's all the pieces. There's a very popular element that I see on a lot of sites now where they'll have each of like the parts of the product, and it's usually like a scroll type um like a module kind of like this, and they're usually giving me very like full zoomed in product screenshots that may be a little bit tweaked to kind of make it look like a little nicer like on the website itself. We are going to log in to compare, but my assumption here is that they are very selectively choosing and designing some of these screenshots to kind of give you, if it doesn't look exactly like this, it's pretty freaking close. But I'm noticing that this is a really popular module like on websites. I think it is very successful. I think the caveat is, typically they say don't have things like auto scroll, but I actually think that the auto scrolling component here does actually work, because you are very quickly displaying what's possible without hoping and praying that someone's going to click through everything. So I actually do think that like the auto scroll module here, the component does work pretty well. I think these graphics are very clean. I'm really hoping, and I feel like it will be, but I'm hoping that the product looks like this. Because obviously, if it doesn't, that will be a very big letdown. um, all that to say though, so right off the bat, this looks pretty clean and enticing. Clearly, they are targeting salon and spa, when we look at the pricing page, we're gonna notice pretty quickly that like these are more established businesses that they're targeting. Like they're not looking for like the up and comers. They're looking for people who have like been around the block for a minute. I really appreciate condensed social credibility. What I mean by that is we have a lot of social credit in a really small area. We've got logos that are scrolling through. W- We have some text here to kind of anchor us, and then we also have our Capterra G2 and software advice ratings right here on the screen. Condensing information for people visually is going to be a really popular trend that I'm noticing in a lot of like modern SaaS websites. It's all about like how can you fit in as much as you can while still keeping it clean and still keeping it visually appealing. And the more real estate that your components or modules on the site take up, the more you're at risk for people just not making it through the site. So here we have more social credibility, and these look like, real video of real people actually using Mangomint. I have not watched any of these, but if I had to guess, if we were to just give this a shot, okay, yeah,
My name is Michelle Leach, and I am an advanced esthetician.
cute. Okay, so this is, just like a pop-up full screen-ish kind of video. I thought it was actually gonna be like a mobile type vibe, but just because it's vertical, like a vertical layout. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised. All that to say though, yeah, very clean. These look very well done. And they do look like real people, like they're not, paid actors, which is great. Um, the other thing I'm really getting from Mango Mint is that they really want you to know 2 things about them, well, 3 things about them very quickly. They want you to know that they have many different types of businesses that they work with. I think this is very smart. That they also have a lot of product, like different features, different offerings. They have a lot to give in a one platform. And the third thing is that they have real customers, and they have a lot of customers, like, and the customers love them. Like that's the top 3 things I'm getting from this page already. Once we get further down, I mean, really, this is their footer, which I was kind of like, wow, like this is a really clean homepage. It was just really like they're really not like this page is about credibility, and it's about showing you that we have a lot to offer, and we have customers. So from here, they're really expecting you to like, dig deeper, learn more. Don't waste too much time judging too much, like the homepage at least, which I do think some businesses kind of suffer from. So, like when I think about, sorry, there's something in my eye. When I think about products that have a lot of, hmm, they have a lot of features. They kind of position them like as an all-in-one. I find sometimes those types of businesses will struggle with like showcasing everything that they have on one page. And so instead of trying to fight that demon, basically they're just like, no, we're not even going to try to have like a million different sections on our homepage. We're just going to let you kind of decide where you want to go next. You can dig into med spa if you're a med spa. You can dig into beauty studios and learn more about how they're using how they're using Mango Mint. Otherwise, you can dig into all of our different features pages, and they're kind of forcing the user to go through more of a journey as opposed to trying to like say like be everything to everyone and say everything to everyone and like hope and pray to like that makes sense to everyone because it probably won't. My assumption is that while a hair salon might need similar features to a wellness center or a skincare studio or hair removal. My other assumption though is that they probably think about the features differently and they probably need different things. Just with give or take, plus or minus like a feature or two. So I really appreciate what Mango Mint is doing on this page. If I were to just like dig deep really quick into their landing page, and I promise we'll sign up here in a second, I am spending more time on the website than I expect to. But if we just like take a second to look at their internal pages for like this is more by like sub industry or like buyer type. Um, they're highlighting the key features. It's a very similar experience to the homepage. Uh, yeah, okay. So we're getting into the more classic SaaS landing page where you've got a picture on one side and text and a header on the other. This is really about driving you into features pages. So they're like, yep, we've got you. Here are examples of what we can do for people. Now I want you to go and look at examples of the features themselves, go learn more about how they work. So the journey feels very specific and defined and not too loosey goosey where people can kind of like, spin their wheels a little bit. It feels like it feels thoughtful, intentional. Uh, we have our social credibility. We've seen that already. And then, yeah, calls to action. Oh, looks like they have a call to action to some content. That's fun. The salon. Okay. I like this. I like when marketing does a fun thing. So I feel like too often, marketing, w- the emphasis is on results and less fun. So when marketing can have fun, that's always exciting. Frequently asked questions, and yeah, find out if Mangomint is right for you. I mean, like I said, very well designed, very straightforward. So the thing about simplicity is that it looks so easy and effortless. But it would not at all shock me if they have debated endlessly and they've gone through several iterations of this page or pages like it. Even like site design wise, yeah, like my assumption here is like they've really been through it. If I were to look at calendar and scheduling, and then we'll look at pricing, and then we'll actually sign up. Yeah, I mean, this looks like some pretty awesome product marketing. Um, Much simpler pages, a little bit more text. These graphics, this is the thing too, I think that people underestimate. Graphics like this, again, they seem so simple, and I think like they are, but they help so much. And putting in a little bit of energy and effort into the images that you use, it's some of the best product marketing that you can do, especially for an industry that is visual and they're not it's like they're gonna skim, like, at best. Most people are gonna skim a page like this, but if you have great visuals, you can get by with so much, like, so much. Like I said, it's really underrated, and even now, I'm like, "Man, like, we gotta put more energy into our, product marketing images because they are, like, they're crucial, especially for a business like this that, they're selling to salons and spas, they're not gonna be the most tech savvy folks. They probably have a good business sense now, and pricing kinda tells us that they are going after folks who are maybe a bit more established. For a brand new business, 245 a month might be kinda tricky, or that might feel like a lot at first. I think that they're probably targeting studios that are a bit more, I say studios, these are more like salons and spas. They're probably targeting salons and spas that are a bit more established. Wouldn't bat an eye though at spending, 165 at least a month, maybe 245 a month. Some of these like very early salons and spas, maybe not spas because you kind of have to have real estate and like materials. So you're probably spending money if you're a spa, but for a salon, um, if you're a super small salon, this might feel like a lot for you. So my assumption here is that these are established businesses, and there are tons of salons and spas, not just in the world, but like in the USA especially, and also UK, etc. I appreciate the simplicity of the plans. It does look like they have a few add-ons, but these are very straightforward. And it looks like yeah, so, I mean, everything that they do is inbound, so you can book a demo. However, we are definitely gonna try it now instead, so we're gonna do more of, like, the self-service. This is what I would consider to be a very strong pricing page. The only thing I think is missing is hover text. So, ideally, if I hover over any of these, ideally, like, a little quick blurb pops up and says, like, "Hey, this is what this is," and, like, you can still click it, but, yeah, like, ideally, something pops up that kinda tells me what it is or gives me, like, a quick preview. A really good example of this used to be the Airtable pricing page. I actually don't know if they still do this, but they used to, like, if you hovered over, like, one of their, like, features in the pricing page, a little video would pop up, like, a little micro, like, GIF almost. It was pretty cool. I remember being like, "That's so smart." Especially like for confusing things. Yeah, this is it's a pretty straightforward pricing page. Again, it tells me a little bit about who they're targeting. Um, Copy is good. Yeah, I don't really have too many complaints. I think I say too many complaints. I don't really have many critiques, I should say. Um, I mean, they're it's all best practices. We don't have the data on the pricing plans, so it's tough to say like, is there anything that they could optimize? But from what I'm seeing, looks legit. Looks good. All right, let's get in. We have spent enough time on the website. Let's try it now. All right, it's a little slow for me, but it's just because I'm recording. I clicked try it now. Is it me? Am I the problem? Maybe that button just died. Okay, so which services do you offer? Okay, we have to I mean, I would this is one of those situations too where it's like you wanna see the experience based on the people that they are trying to acquire. Um, if I put other, maybe it changes. Let's say nail services. I do like that they are very specific. We'll customize your account with sample data to play with. Okay, yeah, that sounds dope. I love that. Yes. Yes. Don't give me an empty state. Give me sample data and tell me it's going to come with sample data. That's dope. I like this pop-up. I wouldn't have this pop up now. In fact, I would turn this off at this point. Yeah, our URL, like our slug changed. Okay, you can't see the slug. Our slug did change to slash trial. So if I were them, I would disable any pop-ups during the slash trial portion. It just might distract people too much, take up too much space. I like this a lot though. This is cool. Oh, okay. I like this too because it's giving me visuals. How many service providers do you have? How many service providers do I have? Okay, I'm assuming that this means team. Like, how many on my team? Uh, if I pick just me, it'll probably put me on the smallest tier, is what I'm assuming. Uh, I could so I actually have my best friend actually is a nail tech. So I could like we could just pretend, she and I are opening up a salon together. I'm gonna say small, just for funsies. What's my name and email? Okay. Boop. Oh, can I type my name behind my microphone? Uh, do not send me email here. I will literally never see it. What's my business name? Okay. This is a very, very simple website, or sorry, experience. Yeah. I like that the steps are counting. Cell phone number. We'll send a text message to verify your account. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna have to pause sharing for a second. Um, I'm curious what it's gonna do. Okay, I'll pause. So, oh, interesting. Am I just like to the side now? Hello. Don't even know if you can see me. Okay, so now I've gotten like a verify phone number type vibe. So I'm just gonna check my phone here. Oh, yeah, it came through. That came fast. There was one product that I signed up for recently, and it took uh 15 minutes for the text to actually send to me. It was a nightmare. But I couldn't actually get into the product for like a long time. Oh, cool stuff is happening. Hold on. Let me share screen. Hold on. Cool things are happening. Okay, tab. Okay, we're back. Hopefully. Man, I wanted to replay this. So it played this like it actually typed this out. Um, and there was actually more text. There was something else that it said. It was something like, "Thanks, Asia," or something like that. And then it's like, "Okay, we've added some sample data to your account so you can try things out right away. Just exit playground mode to remove it. Ready to start exploring? Let's do it." Oh, I am so pumped. This is gonna be awesome. This is the best. Oh, okay. Okay. So this looks like the images. Um, this looks like the site. Let's take a look at what we can see here. I probably should have got my glasses because this is a little small for me. Okay, that is probably my one critique. So I've got my big monitor over here, but I have my like laptop, my MacBook Pro over here, and it's a 15-inch. Is it a 15-inch? 15-inch. We're just gonna go with it. So this text, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that far away from it, but this is a little small. This text right here, God, I'm getting old. um, yeah, it's a little small, y'all. This talk with an expert, so small. Um, okay. So I like that there's a playground mode. I love that there's a video here. I like, yeah, I'm really liking what I see. I like this. Um, okay, so there's like it's kind of like a checklist. It looks like a little bit of like a self-guided tour. Um, okay. So interesting. It's a little interactive tour type vibe. I can click on each of these. There's a button to go to the thing. So if I want to add a staff member, add a service, um, leave the playground behind and get your setup guide. We'll remove the sample data so you can customize your account. I'm ready. Oh, okay. That's really cool. So I'm assuming explore features right away with preloaded sample data. When you're ready, exit playground mode to clear the demo data and get started. I love when there's demo data. Oh my god, especially for complicated products. Ugh, yes, send me to the moon. Mangomint team, talk with an expert, schedule a call. Okay, I can schedule a call. I can chat with the human learning center. Pep talk. That's really cute. I don't know what that is, but I'm curious now. Okay. Okay. So it looks like I can just kind of click around and see what I can see. I will say it's rare. I feel like maybe it's just me. I feel like it's rare to see a horizontal menu. I feel like all the menus these days are vertical and like on the left. It could just be me. But yeah. Also, oh, you know what? I just noticed we didn't enter credit card at all, which bless because I don't know. I just find entering credit card to be really annoying. I understand why products do it. I totally get it. And there are certain scenarios where I would say like, yeah, you totally should because it's too much riffraff otherwise. Um, but I really love when I don't have to. Okay, so I'm assuming I can click around. My first thing that I want to go and look at is the calendar. Oh, yep, this is cool. They did see this is how you do demo data right. It feels legit. It's full. It's not just like a onesie twosie type thing. Yeah, this is cool. Booked by Mango Mint demo mode. I mean, yeah, like this is oh, and this is a nail salon. French manicure, gel manicure. Okay, I'm looking at these times. 4:45 to 5:30 for a gel manicure okay, just a manicure. But still. Okay, I full disclosure, I get my nails done like once a month and it takes a long time. It takes like 5 hours. This is a salon though, so their whole thing is like, you gotta get people in and out. No more than an hour and a half, 45 minutes. Oh, I can see the name of the service at the top. Okay. Yeah, I needed my glasses for this. I might actually no, they're in the living room. I'd have to step away to get them. Oh, but I might have a backup pair. Hold on. Cause like I can see this, but like it's real small. So maybe that is one very small criticism. Okay, these are an older pair. These will work. All right. All right. Yeah. My my astigmatism is like, nah, dog, you need these glasses. Okay, okay, that's way better. All right, cool. Okay, yeah, I see the manicure, French manicure, gel pedicure. Okay, so like the service at the top, the person who booked. Yep, the person who booked with Stella. Okay, cute. Oh, I see. Cause yeah. This is Stella. This is Jennifer, Harriet. Okay, I like this. This is for today. What does the week look like? Okay. So it's the same view, just yeah. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I see. This is for Andre. Okay. So if I oh, okay. I got it. I gotcha. Okay. Um, right off the bat, I'm digging the efficiency of the real estate. What I mean by that is how much information can you put on the screen that enables people to move quickly. So this feels like a very efficient workflow just by looking at this. And I feel like for like a salon or a spa, they're booked like, like they're, it's a we've got to turn over the service like really fast. It's kind of like a restaurant actually. Like how many tables can you have full, turning over, cleaning, bussing, like doing all the things, prepping, getting ready for the next party to come in. It's kind of like a restaurant. Like they need to get butts in seats and then also get butts out of seats like as soon as possible and prepare for the next client. And also similarly, like they need their staff booked. Otherwise, it is crazy pants. I'm very curious. So I said 2 to 4, right? In terms of staff. I'm curious if I had said like 100 plus or no. What was my other option? No, it wasn't 100. It was like, I can't remember what my other option was, but it was like 20 plus or something. If I had like a lot of staff, if I would see like a different experience. I'm so curious now. I have a feeling that they probably do have it like custom to that. Yeah, this feels like a very efficient flow. I can message this person. I can see my messages. Your account needs to be verified to send text messages. Yep. Okay. Um, I can check this person in. Oh, okay. That's cool. I can check them in. I can notify that they're in service. I can see how much it was. Okay. Calendar is cool. This feels yeah, this feels cool. Okay. I feel like something happened over here. I feel like I just missed it. Okay, let's try this one. Um, let's confirm them. Okay. Oh, so it changed color. And now let's check in. Um, they're in the waiting room. Okay, now they're purple. Cute. And now they're in service. And now check out. Okay. Cool. Cute. I can add extra service. This is cute. I like this. Like I said, this feels like a very workflow efficient product. Like I like either they've studied how people actually like live and breathe this product and they've like made adjustments or something. No, yeah, this feels really good actually. Okay, let's look at their clients. So this is kind of like their CRM. These are all demo people. Good for them. Good for them for creating a hefty list of demo people. Cause like, is it real life unless you see like 151 clients? Yeah. Kudos to them. Sampleclient.com. This is cool. I'm impressed. Okay. This is kind of like their client CRM page. Uh again, it feels like a very efficient flow. So you can see yeah, appointments, sales. I wonder if they have any packages and memberships. Yep, that's nice. I wonder if they have any like examples of people who have like a lot of sessions or like the timeline, for example. And I can't see like, did this person have any like emails get sent to them or text messages or anything like that? I see notes, forms, sales, appointments. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay. This feels something that like their clients, their customers might not Mangomint's customers might not need a very robust CRM. Um so it's probably okay to be a little bit more minimal, but it's the basics, right? It's how often has this customer come? What were their past sessions? And do they have a session coming up? Do they have packages, memberships, etc.? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, sales. So this is where we get into reports. Oh no, actually not reports. Oh, reports are here. Oh, this is just like a got it. It's like a point of sale. Cool. Um, like I said, still very efficient. It's a lot of like this is your main screen and this is like your sidebar that just kind of gives you like the quick details. It's a very popular layout style that we see in products like this, especially for like point of sale systems. It definitely, I mean, obviously it works, I think, really well for something like this too. So if I want to see, okay, I see. So it doesn't really pop up any larger. It just kind of, yeah, it just kind of pops up here. Oh, interesting. So this was all created today. So it looks like Mango Mint like actually populates this stuff for you. Like Does that make sense? Like this is not like a sandbox that everyone has access to. This is Mangomint creating this data for you, which is pretty cool. And then like you can access it obviously at any time. I like this a lot. We should be doing this. An offering tree for sure. Okay, no open conversations, but oh, were these the people that I confirmed? No, okay. Just kidding. I don't have text messaging on this account because obviously it's a new account, but I'm assuming that you can send like emails through this pretty easily. Reports. Okay. Sales summary. Generate. Okay. Um, just curious. Okay. I was like, will it do any time period? No. Okay. It's literally just giving you today's data, which still is fair, but also gives you a vibe for like what this is going to look like. You can download the PDF or the Excel. What's going to be the most popular? Maybe not refunds, but payment summary. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, like I said, very straightforward. Oh, this is cool. Show gross and net totals for cash flow. Includes all cash equivalent forms of payment. Okay. Staff tips. Incoming cash flow. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Business intelligence. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Number of sales. I wonder if I can like take myself out. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yep. How many appointments? What percentage of hours did? Yeah, hours booked percentage. That's a big one. Because if you think about it, like you've got staff, and I mean, if they're contractors, in theory, like you would not be paying them for time that they're not spending, but at the same exact time, I think some salons. I think it depends on the salon. I know some salons. This is based off of what I know from my friend Emily, who used to work in salons. So I don't know if she would get paid if she wasn't like if she didn't have a client. So, but she would get paid if she like did certain tasks like clean or prep or whatever. Um so I think like so for like a salon, like percentage hours booked is huge cuz obviously you want your staff to be busy. Um and depending on your agreement with them, you may have to pay for their time just being there just in case walk-ins come through. That's the thing too is like you got to prepare for walk-ins. Like not everyone books an appointment, but depending on how successful your business is, you probably have like a balance of both where some people create appointments and some people just walk in and ideally, you've got the data to determine, oh, that which reminds me, I wonder product sales by staff group, by category. I'd be curious if there's a report that sales by time period. Here we go. Yep. So let's group by day. Sure. Oh, I was kind of thinking like day of the week. Let's try week. No. Okay. Just kidding. Um, yeah, I'm there probably, and I just don't know where it is. There probably should be a report that's like, what's my most popular day, basically. I just noticed there's not really an AI that I see in here, which is like unheard of. I feel like every product is adding AI everywhere. uh, maybe that's the pep talk. Okay. I feel like I have a good feel for like what this product is trying to accomplish and how it's structured. This reminds me of a few different products that I've looked at in the past. Yeah, it reminds me of a few different products. The takeaways for me are Well, first, I get the feeling Mangomint really understands their audience and what they're trying to achieve, and how they want to achieve it. I think this is a very real estate efficient product, and I think that they know that, and I think there probably is a use case too for making it even more efficient. Yeah, managing categories. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that I get the feeling that they really understand their people. Um, this is probably one of the most successful examples of a like onboarding like landing page that I've ever seen. I think the other thing that is very true is they really did their big one with the demo data. Like 151 clients, no repeats. This is impressive. I like from like a from a design perspective, from a development, from a product strategy perspective, this is impressive. This is hard to do also. Like this is not easy. Like you really have to put in some energy and some elbow grease into like making this feel real. And it does kind of seem like if I had put in a different if I had selected like a different option, I wanted to see like what do nail salons see? But if I had picked like med spa or I don't know, hair salon, would I see different products and like different people? That's worth a test for sure. But I just really, really, really appreciate that. Like I picked nail salon and I see nail salon type stuff in here. Like, that's pretty dope. And they had a lot of options. So that again, that just makes me feel like they really did their big one with like this demo data. Like I'm extremely impressed. Um and again, I mean, it still feels modern. It does still feel like the website. I don't feel like they pulled a fast one on me. Like what I'm seeing is what I expected, and that's what I saw on the website. So again, like it feels very clean. It feels like something that someone would use on the daily, hourly, minute by the minute. Like they're expecting you to live and breathe in this product, and I feel like it's designed that way, which I appreciate because not every product is like that. Uh, and again, so the demo data is extremely impressive. The personalization feels impressive, and yeah, this landing page probably one of the best examples I've ever seen of it. I also just appreciate how clean it is. There's not too much going on. I don't feel super overwhelmed. There are videos for me to watch just in case I don't want to read anything. Uh, the helpful resources, this also feels very clean and thoughtful as well. If I were to click this, what would happen? Oh, a new tab opened up that you cannot see. Okay, well, basically, it's just like yeah, it's like I don't think it's HubSpot, but it's something. It's like a time booker scheduler. Okay, so Learning Center. These are all opening up in the tab or in a different tab. If it's cool, I'll share it. Okay, yeah, this is like a I know you can't see my screen, but it's like a more typical like help center. Okay, I'm really excited about the pep talk. Let's try that.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Look at you. You found me. Did I hear someone switching software? We love you taking this step for your business. You deserve this. Do this for you. You deserve software that works for your business. Switching software is stressful. Breathe in, breathe out. You are on your way to making more profit. Toot toot, money train. Mangomint looks good on you. You've got this. I'm proud of you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Wow. Wow. No notes. That was amazing. I really hope you guys could hear that. I feel like you could. Wow. Man, remember when marketing was fun? I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure you could hear that. If you could not hear that, that was probably the best video I think I've ever seen in a long time. Wow. I'm shook actually. That was precious. I loved him. I loved the vibe. I loved the tone. That was hilarious. It was very pink. It kind of reminded me of, um, it was really popular like 3, 4, 5 years ago, pre-COVID, pre-Panorama. It was really popular to um, do like really funny, just really funny like videos related to software. And oh gosh, I'm not gonna remember his name. I feel like it was Trip something. Uh, I'm not gonna remember, but someone did a parody at one point of like I think Zoom. There have been like software parodies in the past, and they've been hilarious. There are a few that like I'm just like barely grasping memory wise. But it reminded me of that and how tongue in cheek slash funny software can obviously be. That was super fun. Kudos. No notes. Uh, Love it. I'm obsessed. What an incredible way to create, like, the feeling of fun, but also just brand experience. I've been raving about the sandbox and, like, the demo so far. I am curious what happens when I'm ready to exit that demo. I'm also gonna double check time. Okay, yeah, 45 minutes. We're good. Uh, because again, I'm just, like I'm curious. I probably already did go through all of these. Check out the wait list. Okay, yeah, so this is kind of like just in case you missed details, because there are a lot of details in here. Um, this does not overwhelm me, mostly because I live and breathe tech for the most part, have for a long time. This might be overwhelming for someone who is running a salon. And not to say that Mangomint is overwhelming. It's more like if you're not a tech savvy person, which a lot of folks not in tech aren't. Or maybe like they use tech all the time, but they don't feel necessarily super confident in starting from scratch in a product like this. It has a lot of features. It's got a lot of stuff. So I could see this a product or a platform like this in general being overwhelming for anyone in a not super tech savvy industry like salon, spa, etc. And I can appreciate having kind of like backup checklists, so to speak, because there is a lot to show. And I again, I feel like there are really elegant ways to just show people like, "Hey, there's a lot in here. Here are just like some really specific things I want you to make sure that you know about." So like express booking, definitely missed that. Don't know what that is, but it looks cool. If I wanted to dig deeper, if I were serious about setting this up like for myself, I probably would dig into that. The wait list, I have a feeling that probably comes up a lot. Restaurants, I've been watching The Bear with my husband Zach, and we just got to season 4. No spoilers, but there is a concept in the restaurant industry of overbooking, especially in fine dining. It's actually better to overbook because people will drop out, cancellations happen. Ideally, you take your average and you backfill maybe a little bit more than your average cancellation rate. So that way, there's always a table. Like there are no empty tables ever really. Like you are always booked. Checking out the wait list, I have a feeling it's a really popular feature or at least a desire for salons because depending on their staff, they don't want people waiting around. Streamlining communications. Yeah, the email marketing piece and maybe I didn't even look at apps. Oh, cool. There's more. There's payroll. Oh, there's time tracking in here. Wow, okay. Wow, that's impressive. There's a cash drawer. Mango Mint does a lot. There's a lot here. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, this would be overwhelming for someone who's not tech savvy, who would need to come in here and set up everything. I really appreciate that this is, for the most part, like I'm gonna exit and just see what it looks like, but yeah, like I can appreciate that there's demo data in here. I am curious though about time clock. Let's just look. Oh, clock in, clock out. Enter my pin. Okay, this is the least like impressive experience so far. This is my only critique. This time card, this time clock page, uh if there's demo data in here, I would like to see it. Maybe manage time? Okay. Okay, so we have some demo data. Okay, and these are the people that, yeah, we saw. Yeah, that was a slightly confusing experience. But I got you. We got to the right place. Okay. So they have some time cards. Um maybe salons do just pay you like for the day. Maybe it's like day rate type thing where it's like you've got me for the day. Hope you can keep me busy. Maybe it's more like that. Uh they've got payroll, cash drawer. Okay. So this could, I guess, like their point of sale. Is that what that is? Probably. Yeah. Settings. Okay. I mean, yeah, this is what I would expect. Pretty cool. Express booking. Yeah, that's that express booking that I was talking about earlier that I'm like, again, if I were like a serious salon, I'd spend some time learning about that. But okay, cool. Um, we wanted to X the playground and see what happens. Oh, okay. A little bit of like before you go. Exit playground mode, remove demo data. Get an easy to follow setup guide. Connect with a dedicated onboarding specialist. Hell yeah. Remove demo data and get started. Okay. That is cool. Um, I am curious now. Let's just try it. Okay. Okay. Ooh, smart. Would you want help transferring your data to Mangomint? Amen. Amen. Not enough companies do this. If I click learn more, what happens? Yeah, book a call. Yeah, okay. I had a feeling. It's not just, yes. I love that actually. That is so smart. There was another product that I tried a few months back that did something like this, and I remember thinking like, "Yep, all day long." Having like specific CTAs like that are powerful. They do help, even if they're not the highest like converting thing in terms of most people probably won't do this, but if you can make it prominent and make it clear that you can and do, it's much more powerful, I find. Okay, yeah. So I appreciate this setup guide. So this kind of turned more into mhm. So this getting started. Now I am curious, like once I get all of this started, this probably will go away, is what I'm assuming. I can still schedule a call. I love that. Yeah, this becomes more like it's an onboarding checklist, really. It looks like it's the bare minimum. Schedule a call to discuss marketing goals. Mhm. Yep. Prepare for payroll onboarding. Add your services, add your staff members, assign services to staff members. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see why Mango Mint is bussin'. Like, I can see why they are 25 million or whatever it is that they are. That was the number from the blog post or whatever it was. I can see now. And I can also see why most of it was inbound because, like, you have, like, a super highly motivated you have, like, a really highly motivated, audience. Yeah, they're gonna get it done, especially if you make it, like, this crystal clear for them, like, what to do and how to do it. This is successful. My assumption is that this is successful. I could be wrong. We don't have the numbers. But from what I from what I remember from the article that I read, they are like they're growing and they're doing a good job. I'm obsessed with this pep talk.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I love it. It makes me really happy. I just love that they thought to do something like that. Very cute. Cause like, let's be honest, like running a business like this, it's a grind. And most businesses like this are a grind. These like brick and mortar businesses, people think they're so romantic and cute. They are grinds. Like you have to get people through the door. This is not a service that you can do online. Like you have to get people inspired and motivated to come through your threshold. Like if they don't cross that threshold, you probably aren't getting paid money. And even then you might not. So all that to say, these types of businesses are grinds. You've really got to put it in there. And I appreciate that Mango Mint, brand wise at least, is like it feels like they get it to some degree. Oh, this is an interesting. I just literally noticed this. I don't see any. I'm like checking the bottom of my screen here for like a. Does this pop up? Like, does this? What does this do? Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, you can make and receive phone calls. That's cool. Love it. I really okay, this is another thing that products don't do enough, I feel like. Whenever you click something and you don't have it enabled, instead of just being like, "Sorry, you don't have that enabled," great. Give me just like a quick like blurb on what it is. I can learn more. And I even appreciate the don't ever show this to me again. But I just like when you're not punished for not knowing what something is, when you are encouraged like, "Oh, this is your first time clicking this. Show this instead." That like making it easy for people, kudos. Applause. Applause from me. Okay. I I feel pretty resolved. I think we learned a lot. Um, we've got a really good example, probably the best example I think I've ever seen of like good sandbox data. We've got an excellent example of a setup guide. We have also a really good example of a like onboarding experience, like explaining the demo data. So before I ended up here, I was on that previous like landing page checklist. Uh Less of a checklist and more of just like a hey, go explore these things. I think we also have a really good example of a product that has a lot of features, a lot of like they have a lot. They do a lot and for a lot of different types of buyers within the salon and spa space and a little bit of wellness as well. Um Beautiful product and also clearly designed for efficiency. Like I think uh, it's just from my limited experience with salons and spas, I get the impression that they really understand how customers use their product on the daily and the hourly and the minutely because like my guess is their people are in here minute to minute and they really care a lot about UX and design and also just like information. So what is the information architecture of your product and also like how do you structure info for the user at the moment that they're trying to use the product. So like when we went into clients, for example, or the calendar and we pulled up a booking and we could see the person's data on the right side. Um, what information should be there? Why would they want to see that? Are there any other places where they would want to go from here? Things like that. Like that type of UX design, but also like business analyst work, I guess, like really understanding like what are the goals for each module, component, and screen. Anyway, very successful examples of think of all of that. The sign up flow was so fast and simple that I hardly remember it. I just remember it being like a couple of steps and then like a phone number confirmation. I would prefer phone than email. At least with phone, I can pick up like it's on my device. I can pick that up. I don't have to go to another tab. Uh, but apart from that, there was no credit card required, which I really appreciate, and I imagine that these customers appreciate too. They don't have to like be like, oh, now I have to remember to cancel, blah blah blah. We also saw a really cute example of pep talk, just like a brand, a brand experience of just like a hey, like you've got this. That was adorable. Again, Mangomint seems like a very clean brand experience overall, like from the website to the product. I don't feel like anything is mismatched. Um, there is a growing sentiment in the SaaS space that product is now is part of the brand experience. Like it's too difficult now to separate the two. Most customers combine them like in their minds. So when the product feels different than the website or the brand experience, outside of the product, the customers uh, may not put words to it, but they notice it, even if it's subconscious. But they also subconsciously notice when the website and the product match. And they're like, "Oh, this is exactly what it looks like." And it just manages their expectations, and also it feels like home, like they've already been here before. And I think that that's powerful. Um, lots to lots to think about. Like I said, I do these so I can um, get ideas for how to apply to other projects and also just like, keeping in my bankroll, so to speak. So lots of successful examples here. We don't know how it performs, but like I said, based on that growth guide that I or saw or whatever, I'm going to assume that this works pretty well for them, for their context. Um, ooh, okay. Yeah. This is uh this is what I would consider to be like, if you have a zero state, don't show them the pure zero state, give them like the call to action to like go and do the thing. So thank you, Mangomint, also for doing that. So if I were to skip the demo data completely entirely, at least you guys are holding my hand a little bit, so I don't make the mistake of, yeah, of like you know, moving too fast or just assuming that you can't do something because you're showing me a 0 state or an empty state. If you're gonna show me an empty state, make the empty state a call to action. All right, I will leave you all with that. We are right at the hour. This was cool. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna keep this one in the back of my mind for a while. I'm gonna be thinking about this and how we can apply it to not just, my fractional CMO work, but also some of my other clients because similar design challenges, I think, in other products that I'm working with at the moment. But alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna stop sharing and come back here. This was a blast. Also, good to be back. Happy New Year. Forgot to say that part. No, I'll be back. I actually have, like I said, I have a couple more like over the next few weeks, and I've also gotten some requests from the microconf community, so I'm hoping to get to those. Um, and yeah, I would say winter, spring, we're gonna do a lot of these. Summer usually gets really busy, but I think like the next like 3 to 4 weeks for sure. We've got some good products to go through. All right. Thanks again, y'all. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week. Bye.